What's up guys, Mr. DJ Z here back again, and today I'm going to be previewing UFC 121, and I'm just going to be saying a couple of stuff that I've been doing throughout the last 2 weeks, and to do with UFC based. The first thing I wanted to get done is that I went to the UFC Fan Expo on Friday the 15th of October. Trust me, really good. If there's ever a Fan Expo in your area or state in the USA, definitely go to it. Well worth the money. Only bad point is that the queues are long, and yep, you will need to wait very long for a signature. Like for instance, I was waiting for Randy Couture for 2 hours just for a signature, so it can be long, considering that they have time sessions, that they have sessions, and it's based on time and that. So yeah, it's still good though. It's a really good day I'd. But the main thing that I'm gonna get done is the UFC 121 card. Great pay-per-view by the looks of it. Well worth the money by looking at the fight cards and the schedules on it. Well worth the money. This is actually part of Brocktober, so I was loving Brocktober. Brock Lesnar versus Cain Velasquez, UFC 121 for the heavyweight title. So yep, it's going to be a good fight. I'm going to be reviewing just the main card. So yep, here we go. First fight on the card is Schaub versus Gabriel Gonzaga. I think this fight is going to be a pretty decent fight. We saw Schaub in the Ultimate Fighter final with Roy Nelson. I was actually gunning for Schaub. Everyone thought Schaub was going to win, but he got knocked out by Roy Nelson, surprisingly. But hopefully he can get back on the win against Gabriel Gonzaga. On the other hand, I've seen Gonzaga in previous fights, and he does look really good, but I can't really comment because I haven't seen not enough fights, as I've been watching it since UFC 120. No, not 120. UFC 100, my bad. Next fight on the card is Tito Ortiz and Matt Hamill. As we all know, Tito Ortiz coached Matt Hamill in the Ultimate Fighter. There has actually been a slight bit of trash talk throughout it. Tito Ortiz saying that deaf people have got a slightly softer head, but no one's cleared that through. No one knows about it. It's a pretty stupid comment right there. I'm not too sure if it's true or not. But yeah, just see how that fight plans out really. What's his name? Matt Hamill. He's actually a pretty good fighter. I've seen in previous fights. Tito Ortiz though ain't been fighting for quite a bit. I think it's through back problems. I think he went through a back injury, and he had an operation on it. I'm not too sure about that though. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, it should be a good fight. I'm getting Matt Hamill to win. Even though he's the underdog on this one, I think Tito Ortiz coming back from his layoff, from his like 1 to 2 year layoff, it's pretty big, and I think Matt Hamill would win that. Next fight on the card is Thiago Sanchez versus what's his name? Paulo Thiago. I think this fight's going to be good. Paulo Thiago has been looking pretty decent lately. He's a good fighter. He's good on the stand-up game. His fights have been very well known for knocking people out. A very well-rounded fighter. Thiago Sanchez, on the other hand, is coming off of a couple of losses against BJ Penn and John Hathaway. When Thiago Sanchez got caught with the knee by John Hathaway, I thought that was a little bit random. That was a little bit random. He just got caught there by accident. But yeah, Thiago Sanchez is looking to up himself back into title contention to face Frankie Edgar, and I think that if he wins against Paulo Thiago, he could actually be in line. That would actually be a good start for him getting up there. So on that, I'm thinking Thiago Sanchez to win via decision or KO within the second round. Next fight is Kampmann versus Jake Shields. I'm not too sure which one out of the two, but apparently Dana White said if one of the two wins, they're in line for a title. They're in line for a title shot, and the other one they're left to speak. So I'm not too sure. But yeah, looking like a pretty good fight. I've seen videos of Kampmann and Jake Shields, both looking really good fighters. As I've said, I've only been watching UFC since UFC 100, so I can't really comment as I haven't really seen them as much as I would like to. So if I was gonna go though, I would go with Martin Kampmann. I think he comes from the UK, so yeah, I'm rooting for my UK. So that's about it really. Next fight is Lesnar versus Velasquez in the main event. I think Velasquez will have this one. I really think he does, because if anyone's going to beat Brock Lesnar, it will be Cain Velasquez. If you've watched him in previous fights, he beat Frank Mir, beat Czech Congo, beat the rest of them. He's just flying through the division, through the heavyweight division. And not only that, he's got great cardio. We've seen that in plenty of other fights. And we all thought that Shane Carwin was going to be the guy to get Brock Lesnar at, but it wasn't. It was, I think, Cain Velasquez can do it, because of his cardio and that. So yeah, that's what I think. Lesnar, I think he's had the title for too long, and yep, he needs to give it to Cain Velasquez. If Cain Velasquez does win, I think he will have the title for quite long. Also, within the arena, speaking about the crowd and that within the arena, I think most of them will be going for Cain Velasquez. If you watched the UFC 121 weigh-ins, you would have seen that most of the crowd was booing Brock Lesnar when they did the weigh-ins, and most of them was cheering for Velasquez, and they were all waving Mexican flags. So yep, on the atmosphere aspect, everyone will be rooting for Cain Velasquez mostly. So yep, it's been Mr. DJ's Edge here with a UFC 121 preview. I will be doing a video tomorrow on a review of the pay-per-view, see if my predictions came out right or wrong, and we'll be speaking about the quality of the fights throughout the pay-per-view. So yep, if you wanna watch that, stick around and subscribe, as I will be doing more UFC and MMA reviews and previews. So yep, it's me, Mr. DJ's Edge. Peace.